Hey guys, what's up? I've never bullshitted you guys. Anyways, this is probably a video I won't make many friends with, but I feel like it's something that I need to pass along. Um, Alright, so about stonewashing and stuff like that, I've done a bunch of them now. I noticed there are a lot more guys doing the stonewashing. Now, I don't talk bad about anybody. But just so that you guys know your information, there's two different kinds of, there's probably a lot of different methods to use, but the two main ones are right here. Your vibrating tumbler, basically thing just shakes around, and you have your media inside, and that's what stonewashes your blade, your liners, or whatever. Then, I've got my box filled up with some crap parts here, but anyways, there's this tumbler, rotary tumbler, and basically this is your rubber thing, and then you put your media in there like that. Screw your lid on top. This flips sideways, and you turn it on. Okay, so let me tell you my experiences with these two, and so you guys know exactly what you're getting when you, I guess, when you get a stonewash from me. I cannot talk for any other person, pimper, maker, or anybody else offering this service. But my experience is this thing just sucks, and it's not made for stonewashing. Here we go. Vibratory Tumbler. Cleans, nuts, bolts, rocks, and more. Okay, so this is not made for stonewashing. This is made for like walnut and different other polishing compounds that polish up. A lot of people use this for brass, for reloading. This is a good tool to have in the shop, but it's not really a good tool for knife making, in my experiences. Now, I've seen some other people who are using these, and you know, they get pretty good results, but you can totally tell difference between the vibrating tumbler finish and a proper tumbler finish. This, the way it spins the media in here like this, on these two bars here when you turn it on, gives a much more uniform finish, and it's a lot more, if this makes sense, like a random consistency, where sometimes this is all just in my experiences. I don't want to talk bad about anybody, especially my fellow friends and who I would almost consider like fellow pimp masters, I guess. This just shakes around. Now picture your blade or anything just sitting on top of here and just shaking the shit out of it. All it is just scratches back and forth like this. So your blade's not flipping over, and it's not tumbling, it's just shaking around. That's not the right way for me. If you guys get a finish from me, it will not go in this vibrating tumbler. It will be in this. For the people who want to try this on their own, I always encourage people to try to do their own mods and stuff. It's a fun little hobby. It can get expensive, but it's not terrible. I think this was around 50 or 60 bucks, and the media was around 15 to 20 bucks. This was around 60 bucks or so. This has a purpose, and I'm gonna clean this up. And I've got other plans in mind for this. But originally, I was like, I can't do long blades, long handles in this container here because it's kind of small. So that's your limitation if you want to go the cheap route, which is, what is Chicago Electric Power Tools? That's Harbor Freight, both of these. So I got this big one because I knew the other guys were using this, and I was like, well, yeah, I could throw like 1 or 2 liners in there at a time, or even big blades. But what I found is the finish just really was not consistent. It was just long, big scratches and gashes. And I've experimented with a lot of media. I've experimented with a little bit of media. And I'll tell you, the finish is never half as nice as when it comes out of this. And I wouldn't consider these trade secrets or anything. I'm not mad at anybody for doing the etched stonewash. I did not invent that. That was something I'd seen on the USN. So I'm just letting you guys know. I've done a lot of stonewashing for a lot of different people. And these are my experiences. If you get anything from me, you won't ever be put in a vibrating tumbler. It's all going to be in a real tumbler like this that actually flip-flops the blade over and over and turns a whole lot of circles like that. If that makes sense. That's a lot more random finish when this is in there tumbling around. Might fall out there if I had this in the power. This is a lot more even finish than any vibrating tumbler that I've come across. Been in the auto body business for a long time. Grew up in it pretty much. Okay, so what do I have in plan for this? I'm going to clean this out and I'm going to get a polishing, probably like a walnut shell or something, other media that will polish it up. When you see like a Chris Reeve, actually I think I have my Sabens in my pocket today for EDC. So if you can see this stonewash finish, of course it's dirty, you can see that it's been stonewashed, but it's also shiny. Probably, I don't know, I'm not Chris Reeve and I've never been inside their factory, but if I had to recreate that stonewash finish, I would really have to guess that they did it in some sort of big industrial sized tumbler like this, because you can see it is very consistent. There's not big long scratches. The scratches aren't all the same direction and stuff. It was probably done in something like this and then put in a vibrating tumbler with polishing media. So you scratched up your metal and then you polished it up, and that scratched up metal will still come up through the polish. So that's what I'm going to go for next. I'm going to clean this up. This vibrating tumbler is not made to stonewash. In fact, somewhere on there it says it's not even supposed to have like heavy ceramic media. I don't know if you can see how consistent that is. And right now I've been using this big gnarly ceramic media here. But I would imagine they sell the smaller sizes here. So stonewashing is an art form, but if you want to fine-tune your stonewash and you want that real fine scratch pattern that like Chris Reeve is using, probably get the smaller media for the tumbler. And again, I'm not afraid to give out any of this information. I can do scale tutorials, anything like that, because it's not really how you do it. It's I'm not afraid of taking business away from me or anybody else, because it's the actual artist behind it. It's like, okay, here's our tools, here's your paintbrush and your canvas or whatever, you know, and the artist actually does their own thing. So you can put the same artist or the same maker, the same pimper inside the same exact stock shop with the materials, and they'll all come out with something different, you know, and then whatever style you like the most, obviously. But I think you know what I'm saying. It's not the tools that make the person, it's the actual end product and their knowledge and how they use the mediums, much like any art form. So anyways, I hope I didn't piss anybody off. I really don't, but I just want to give you guys the straight truth. For me, vibrating tumbler sucks for stonewash. If you're going to try to do it on your own, just go ahead and invest in this. They actually have a double one too, which I'm probably going to buy a few more of these because I've been doing a lot more lately. This might be good for polishing. You might already have one of these if you guys are reloading. So you know this is basically for polishing. Let's find on here if it... Maybe I found that on the 5-pound drum capacity. Let's see. Oh, here it is, right here. Great for shining and polishing. Applications as well as rust cleaning. So basically these are for when you're restoring a car. Here's a good application for this. You're restoring a car, you have rusty nuts and bolts. You can fill this up with almost like a sand or a chromium oxide, I forget, some kind of oxide. And basically like a slow sandblaster, this will take away in and out of every crevice of your nut and bolt and get it all ready to go back together. So anyways, the tumbler, you know, these are like a hobbyist kit. You may have had one of these when you're a kid. You may still have it around. You can actually throw a rock in there with the polishing media and it'll polish up, you know, like a little worry stone or something like that. But I've been using this with a lot of success, I think, and have had zero success with this. It just kind of shakes around again. The pattern is just, it's not as nice as this. So if you're going to buy it, I would highly suggest this. And you see in the media I'm using, it's about $15-20 for the media. And what else was I going to say? Oh, a lot of people are trying to figure out what you use for the lubrication. Just my experiences, guys. Do not use WD-40. WD-40 is not that great of a lubricant. It's more like a solvent. I never had good luck with WD-40. Actually, WD-40, when I did try it, stretched out. I don't know if it disagrees with this rubber or whatever this is. Polyurethane, I'm not sure what material this is here. But you can see it stretched my lid out a little bit. Well, my lid stayed the same, but the actual cup here stretched out. So anyways, the big secret on that is just a little bit of soap and water, like dish soap. I gotta clean that out. Again, that's another thing, just like the little sandpaper tip I give you guys. Clean your media a lot, just like you would clean your stones for sharpening. Clean your media so you don't have a slurry of a mess inside there. Anyways, hopefully I didn't piss anybody off. Honestly, that's not what I'm trying to do. And I don't think anybody who's serious about knife pimping would be pissed off, because I think the more knowledge that's out there, the better. I certainly would have loved a video like this before I went ahead and spent the $60 on this or whatever. But I am glad that I have it, because now I should be able to fill it up with media. And I'll keep you guys filled in on that. I'm going to stonewash just some regular metal and then, you know, maybe a blade, and then put it in here and polish it up, and we'll see how it comes out. That's it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your subscriptions, and all my new subscribers, welcome. The contest, this video is going to be outdated if you watch this after the next 3 or 4 days. But anyways, I'm going to do that giveaway contest ending Monday, so next few days here. Alright, guys. Thanks again. I'll see you.